Hello there traders, and welcome to another update on the market. For today I decided to cover USD versus Canadian dollar. I will speak about the US dollar index, gold market, crude oil, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with USD versus Canadian dollar first. So basically what I found on let's start from the weekly time frame. We basically have, and this week is a breakout week. Breakout of what? So breakout basically of this multi-year consolidation. I will say basically multi-month consolidation, but we started this consolidation from sort of like mid-August last year, and basically with the very sideways. So this is basically a breakout week, which is so far holding above, and we're spending already 4 to 5 days above the key pivots, around 1.2900 and 1.2967. So it definitely see this potential, right, for the USD CAD to go in the next period towards 1.3375 or 1.3400 mark. So definitely lots of potential, speaking of the midterm perspective, because of fresh breakout. Now, we need to consider how the chart looks like, for example, on the shorter time frames, right? For example, on the 4-hour time frame, we can see basically the market is respecting this 4 to 5 day moving average. We had a sell-off and basically absorption. Now we had a pullback overnight session, but overall nothing here. We don't have any change of the trend or any big sign of the reversal at this stage. Not yet at this stage. So I expect basically overall that market will recontinue the upside cycle, and then try to go towards that 1.3375 1.3400 mark. So definitely watch for buying opportunities in the deeps on the USD versus Canadian dollar. Now, speaking of the US dollar index, basically market is basically having the pullback overnight. I don't see any kind of the reversal at this stage. I see that basically market went to 104.90 and then pulled back here. If we check a bigger picture, for example, again I will consult my weekly time frame. We'll say that basically the next important pivot highs on the weekly time frame are set at 107.20 and 108.20, right? And we're sitting in 104.50. So very similar to USD CAD, but even much longer duration of this consolidation. Basically this took about from 2015. We developed this basically double top, double bottom, or consolidation. We developed it over the last few years. So technically this is a 7 years long consolidation, and we basically already we have a breakout week, and last week was also breaking, and this week we are having follow through. Momentum is increasing also on the weekly, so bigger money flow involved on the US dollar index. Now, of course, market can do normal reactions, can do ABCs, pullbacks, contractions, and we are now actually experiencing one, from my perspective, pullback. So I would like to see if the market will catch the beats under this pullback. We have this middle Keltner line, the 2-hour time frame at 104.44. If there is a deep pullback, maybe we can revisit 104.10, 104 mark. But for now, basically, we are at 104.50 with no evidence that we have a continuation of the upside, but we'll see coming into the US session. Upcycle is absolutely strong here. Key breakout at the 7-year long consolidation, and no signs of the reversal. So I treat this like a pullback. So I can expect further rise also in the US dollar index. Speaking of the gold, we basically, and I alerted you yesterday about that there is a potential for a downside cycle. The market was in the downside trend, and I said basically there is a potential for 1820 in the test. We actually reached that first objective yesterday, and market played exactly what we spoke in previous days. Now, if we speak about the next level, next important level is really around 1790, right? And we still didn't test that. And from my perspective, we have some recent swing lows at 1832 can act like a resistance, but market will probably try to make ABC or another bear flag and then provide potential for a further downside. I don't see any kind of the bigger reversal. There is some pin bar here on the intraday. We have some pin bar area here, but it's really, we didn't even retest that area or so. So definitely expect a potential retest phase and then continuation of this downside cycle towards the 1790. So watch for downside opportunities. Crude oil basically is trading still very flat, very sideways, and market basically traded above the previous day high and now basically back to the previous day range. This all price action, basically this whole activity here can be one ABC, where we can eventually see still downside, further downside movement. So again, very sideways. This can be ABC in the play for potential downside movement. And Bitcoin versus US dollar, basically we had a sell-off of this bear flag that we noticed it basically all the way towards the 25,000 mark, and then we got a rally. We got a rally from 26,000 all the way to 30,000. It seems like market is basically now near the 4-day mean. We had a one pin bar here, but as I said, you know, we still didn't even retest this. So I will say there is still chance for further downside movement. You know, this might be the ABC on the 2-hour, 4-hour time frame, you know, so watch carefully because we might see another downside swing on the Bitcoin and basically even up to, even towards the 20,000 mark. That'll be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good day, and as always, trade safe, and also have a good weekend, and see you next week.